Beautiful people, welcome back to our YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining today. So guys, today we want to talk about studies in Europe, and I do not know who is watching. I don't know where you are watching from, but this is a video that may help you. So I would encourage you to stay and watch till the very end so that you understand exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Now, I want to talk about two universities here. First of all, the first one is the University of Vienna, and the other one is the University of Salzburg, and I will add another university very soon. Let's talk about the University of Salzburg. If you take a look at the University of Salzburg website, you are going to realize that admissions for fall, is it fall or autumn? It doesn't matter. The September intake of 2024, it is open already. It started November, that's November 2023, so the admissions is open already. But there is emphasis on legalization of documents. So if you go to the school website, you are going to verify those details. So please make sure before you apply to the University of Salzburg, you should legalize your documents. This is very important. The next school I want to talk about is called the University of Economics and Business. This school is also located in Vienna, and you should understand that this school has a bachelor's programs. I think there are 3 bachelor's programs in this particular school that are taught in English language. So if you are looking for a school where you can study bachelor's in English, check this university I just spoke about. And they equally have master's and PhD programs in English language. But remember, the admissions process for bachelor students is very competitive, and you are going to be competing with a lot of students. So do not put your eggs only in this particular institution. I know why I'm saying so. I have done application to this school. I think that was 2022, and the people were selected. But at the end of the day, when you read the website very well, when to hear this school, you will see it somewhere mentioned that if you are applying, know that they will need this number of students. But if they receive more applications, they are going to bring in an entrance exam, which is going to be done online. And from that entrance exam, that is where the qualified applicants will be selected. Before you even apply to this school, there are a few things you need to note. Remember, when the admissions begins, the admission usually starts around March and close around the end of, I think, the 5th of May. But again, check for this year because I haven't checked up to the details of the application. So when you check, remember there is also an application fee to be paid. Last time it was 50 euros. Now, I don't know how much it is. So check all of this, and remember you can study in this school without English proficiency. That is to say, there is a form on the website for bachelor students. You are going to see that form somewhere. It's an English form, and when you download that form, make sure you follow the instructions given. The person who is signing the form has to sign and say that you actually studied in English, that they know you. You understand? It's either you give your lawyer or your university or anybody within your community. Now, it is part of the documents. Then after that, you upload your documents on the website, then pay the application fee. Also remember that this same website, you are going to see a section that says you have to write motivation letter. You are not typing on a sheet of paper or print it out. You are typing online. And remember, there is a deadline. So that's what it is for bachelor students. Master students, the same procedure. Remember, this school is not going to take more than 720 euros, 26 euros from you, excluding the semester contribution. So that's for the school. Remember, you need documents to study in Austria, right? What are these documents? Let's talk about how you are going to gather the documents. For the bachelor students, I'm going to talk first with Cameroonians. Cameroonians, you need your O-levels, your A-levels, and I will advise you to get confirmation from the GCA board. Remember, you have to legalize these documents, authenticate them and legalize them, and this process takes a long time. Second thing is, this process is very expensive. Now there is a video I did, it's not been long, so you should check the video and see the updates in Austria. Remember, there is also updates on proof of funds. Though your tuition is very cheap, but you still need to satisfy monetary requirements. So you need to show the actual amount of money that they need before you can apply for a study permit, or they call it residence permit. This is for Cameroonians. Nigerians, you need your primary school document. People with NECO or WAEC, you are accepted in Austria. Okay, you can study if you have NECO or WAEC, it doesn't matter. Then make sure you get your testimonial for your high school. Nigerians, this is for you. Then go try to get declaration of age. Nigerians, this is for you. Then go to national population and get what they call attestation of age. All right, that's declaration of age to attestation of age. Declaration is from the court, attestation is from national population. Nigerians get it. And remember, the declaration, it can be done only by your father, mother, and uncle. I don't know if your sister can do it, but for those few Cameroonians I encountered who did this process, it was done by their parents. So please put this into consideration. Then you remember you are also getting eligibility letter. This is for those going for bachelor's degree, Nigerians. Cameroonians, you add the other documents I didn't mention. Okay, you can go to the Ministry of Secondary Education and ask for. It's so important. Then if there is anything, I think if you want to move with your spouse or if you are married, you can ask your marriage certificate. These are some of the documents you need. Then now when you get these documents, carry them from the Ministry of Education to the Austrian Embassy, right? To the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then the Austrian Embassy. This is how the process is, and you cannot go ahead to one process without completing the other process. It's so important. So put this into consideration. Now, Cameroonians, remember, if you are going to the Ministry of Education, you should, I don't know where it is, but I know the GC board can play a crucial part in this process. And also, after that, the GC board will be addressing it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because you cannot take your original O levels and A levels to the ministry. They will ask you to go and bring confirmation from the GC board. So when you go there to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cameroonians, this is for you. Then you get the necessary document. If you are going for masters, you will only need to add your transcript again and your certificate for both everybody. Okay. Then I noticed that Nigerians, they have issues collecting their transcript, original transcript from their school. In this case, you can tell their school to send to the Ministry of Education. This was something I told someone who booked an appointment with me some few months back, and she didn't still understand. I had to connect her with a follower who got a visa to Austria. But you have to book, let's just tell your school, since they don't want to give, right, and you need it, tell your school to send it to the Ministry of Education. You can verify the address where it is going. Tell your school to send it to them. Then you just carry the other things and you go. From there, the Ministry of Education will give you carry to Foreign Affairs. This is from Nigerians, but for Cameroonians, especially those coming out from UB, of course, you can pay even for 50 transcripts. So it doesn't matter. You can always have your transcript. Then those with HND before BSc, I do not know where. I think your HND is going to the Ministry of Education, Higher Education. So you have to ask the Ministry of Higher Education. So important. So put this into consideration. Now, Cameroonians, remember, if you are going to the Ministry of Education, you should, I don't know where it is, but I know the GC board can play a crucial part in this process. And also, after that, the GC board will be addressing probably your transcript, because they will need confirmation, right? They will be addressing it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because you cannot take your original O levels and A levels to the ministry. They will ask you to go and bring confirmation from the GC board. So when you go there, they will address it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Cameroonians, this is for you. Then you get the necessary documents. Now, if you are going for masters, you will only need to add your transcript again and your certificate for both everybody. Okay. Then I noticed that Nigerians, they have issues collecting their transcript, original transcript from their school. In this case, you can tell their school to send to the Ministry of Education. This was something I told someone who booked an appointment with me some few months back, and she didn't still understand. I had to connect her with a follower who got a visa to Austria. But you have to book, let's just tell your school, since they don't want to give, right, and you need it, tell your school to send it to the Ministry of Education. You can verify the address where it is going. Tell your school to send it to them. Then you just carry the other things and you go. From there, the Ministry of Education will give you carry to Foreign Affairs. This is from Nigerians, but for Cameroonians, especially those coming out from UB, of course, you can pay even for 50 transcripts. So it doesn't matter. You can always have your transcript. Then those with HND before BSc, I do not know where. I think your HND is going to the Ministry of Education, Higher Education. So you have to ask the Ministry of Higher Education. This in Austria is that you must go through authentication and legalization. Legalization is done only at the level of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So please put all of this into consideration. It's so important. Do not forget. Now, when you have gathered all these documents, this is the time you have to do application. Remember the last video I posted where I said most Austrian universities now will now need to give you an attestation or confirmation that you want to apply to their school before you can use that confirmation and do your legalization, because without that confirmation from the school, the embassy will not do your. I hope you understand. I explained this before, so please make sure you check previous videos so you actually understand the process. Now remember that it doesn't end here. This process is for Austria, but again, I will encourage you to look at other countries because you never can tell. In cases like this, unforeseen circumstances may occur. So look for other options so that at the end of the day, you can now maybe have many options within your palms to utilize. I hope you get. So this is the information you need. Remember, you need money for legalization. The money I mentioned it, I think Cameroonians, you need 700 euros, and you are paying in euros, not naira or CFA francs when you go to all these processes. I didn't include foreign affairs charge. I didn't include the charge from your university. So as you can see, JACPA is getting so complicated and so hard now. Money is involved. So if you are looking for something cheap, then you have to look so hard. You have to look so hard, okay?